You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey there, it's Lucky Penny Shop, and if you just landed on this video, check the description because you'll see a link to the first video that shows you the box and all the pieces to the set, give you more information on that level. But now we actually have to make gum. So we have to get all the pieces out and follow the instructions step by step. So these are all the pieces. Again, we've gone over this. It's cherry, peppermint, the gum base, the sugar, and the corn syrup. So, step one is soften the corn syrup. So we're going to do that. So check back in just a second and we'll show you step one. Alright, step one says to soften the corn syrup by pouring boiling water in a cup. And what that's going to do is going to soften it right to the edge there. So that is the first step. Second step says now to prepare the kneading surface. And it says sprinkle about a half of the confectioner sugar onto the cutting board in a small amount. So we're going to do that next. Okay, so we cut partially open the bag there, and it says pour half of it in. And don't forget, folks, we're remote here, so if you hear other sounds, it might be something in the kitchen. So we got half of it on a mound, maybe a little more. Now step three is melting the gum base, so we're going to show you that next. Hang on, I know we're going to keep cutting scenes here, it's just easier. Hold on. Okay, so part of step three is getting the base ready, so you're going to cut that off. It says pour it in the little black container. Now that's going to go in a pot of boiling water. So we got that set off to the side. We're going to show you that next. It's getting exciting, isn't it? Bubblegum. We're making our own bubblegum. I can't wait. Hold on. Okay, so boil the water, and you're going to float your little chicle base plastic container like a little boat, it said, and then cover for 20 minutes. So we're going to check back in a few. We'll set the timer for 20 minutes, and we'll go from there, all right? I know, it's exciting. So here we go. We'll check back every so often till we see some progress. Hey there, see you in the camera. Okay, so that's really only been about a minute, just showing you that it is going to take time. And we'll keep checking back. I'm going to put the lid back on. We'll check back in a second, alright? Well, more than a second. You know what I mean. Okay, so we're about 3 minutes now. You can see the consistency is changing, and it is starting to melt. And it is gooey like gum. Alright, we'll keep checking back. Alright, so we're about 8 minutes. It's looking pretty good. I would say it's all melted. There's no chunks left in here. So we'll give it a few more minutes, and then we'll go to the next step, which is putting the corn syrup in there. See that? Alright, check back. Okay, so here we go. It's been about 10 or 12 minutes. I'm going to reach in. Yes, I know it's hot, but my hands could take it. I'll set up in just a second here and show you. Hold on. Okay, so now it says mix in the corn syrup and mix this up before we dump this on the flour, because basically we're going to pour this whole thing on the flour, okay? Excuse me, sugar. Looks like flour. And yes, I'm using a chopstick. I like to mix some things with chopsticks for some reason. Works well for me. They're easy to clean off. Okay, now empty it. I'd say we're pretty stirred up. It's going to be really sticky, and it even says it's really sticky. Let me adjust the camera one more time. Hold on a second. Okay, so it says dump that onto the flour. I keep saying flour. Sorry, folks. It's sugar. And here's where the kneading starts. It says just keep kneading. Mix it all up and keep kneading like you're kneading dough. Okay? And it is sticky. Wow. Let's see if I can get a little more of this out so we're not wasting any. I'm not picking up any like things that I can say, oh, it smells like that. It's just really sticky, and it's going to be a mess, but knead in rolling motion. Okay, so let's get this going here. Gonna have to get dirty, so I'll show you a little bit this, then we'll just cut out and show it to you when it's all set. Okay? So see how easy it is to clean off a chopstick? It's easier than your fingers. So let me get some more of that on there. Oh, hit the camera. Sorry. That happens sometimes. So I'm going to keep going. It's definitely, not as sticky now. Let me see if I can get a little more out here. We want as much gum as possible. You're going to keep kneading. Now it says, you know, keep kneading, kneading, kneading. Now we're going to separate this in 2 parts. They don't really give a time as to when you need to stop the kneading. It just says the mixture is just like you would bread dough, so that's what we're going for. Now it is warm, but it's not untouchable. Ooh, that looks cool. Yes, and I've made pizza dough and bread dough, so I understand that principle. Alright, I think it looks like a nice pile of dough. So I'll tell you what, let me just take my trusty scissors, cut that in half. 2 nice piles there. Then it says add flavor. So hold on, I gotta cut those. We'll cut you in just a check in just a second. Hold on. Okay, so we've got peppermint on the left. So it just says mix in the flavor for that. So we'll put that one in on the left. And then we have the cherry on the right. And then the rest of the sugar. So when you do all that, add the flavoring. It just says keep kneading and tugging, kneading and tugging. It says mix in the remaining sugar to both parts. So we'll just put a little bit here and we'll get that. A little bit here and we'll get that. We only have a tiny bit left. So now I'll probably just move that one and go right for the cherry. And I'm just going to keep kneading. We'll check back. Ooh, now I smell the flavoring. Alright, so we'll come back in a minute here or 2 when we're all done kneading. Hold on a second. Okay, so we've been kneading it for a little while now. We're just going to keep going, keep putting the sugar in there, and then it says just keep going for it. Keeping it, keep pulling and tugging it and kneading it. It's hard work, so we'll check back. Hang tight. Okay, so I've been working it for, I don't know, maybe 5-6 minutes. Then it says to roll it out super duper thin. So, you know, like a piece of chewing gum, thin piece. And then from there it says to cut it. So we're going to just, and eat it. You could eat it and then save it. So it says roll it out pretty thin, just as you would with pie dough. You can use anything, a rolling pin, a bottle, whatever you want. Just make sure it's clean, the device that is. Sprinkle extra sugar on it so the gum won't stick. Cut the gum into whatever size pieces you desire. Alright, I like that. So let me just show you this a little up close here so you can kind of see. So it is pretty thin. We'll go a little bit more on that. I can chew it already. I just tasted it in my mouth. Let's get that out of the way. Alright, so let me grab a knife and we'll cut this up. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off one edge here to square this out. See? And you could start chewing it, so I'm going to start chewing that. I have to say, that's good. Okay. So there's my flattened piece. So I'm going to cut this in half and make chiclet-sized pieces, I think. Go like that. Alright. That's a timer in the background. Just ignore it. We're good to go. I have to say, it is really good. And it's chewy. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, check that description. Subscribe to the channel. Later. Thanks for watching our product video. And always remember, if you see a lucky penny, pick it up.